Hi friends, I am Saranan, working as Assistant Professor in RMD Engineering College, the Department of Information Technology. In our previous video, we discussed about the software testing principles 1 to 5. This is a continuation of the previous one. Now we'll discuss the software testing principles 6 to 11. The probability of the existing of additional defects in principle 6 is a software component is proportional to the number of defects already detected in that component. When more number of defects are there, it may hold some additional defects during the process of testing it. Example, let there are two components, namely X and Y. X is having 15 defects, Y is having 5 defects. So the additional defects in X is larger than Y. This may occur because of many reasons. Normally defects occur in clusters of component code which is purely written. In these situations, developer and tester should come into the decision that whether to discard the current version of the component and work on the redesign, or deciding to get additional testing resource more in order to satisfy the requirements. This principle is mostly followed in the system where safety critical functions are must. Coming to the principle 7, testing should be carried out by a group that is independent of the development group. It is not easy to convince for the developer about their product which holds faults. At the same time, the tester also has to understand that after done their job, developers will be proud about their work. So on practical, it is impossible to locate the defects by themselves. Suppose if the testing is not successful, then it is hard to know the faults where it will be in the product. There is a possibilities of misunderstanding the requirements and specifications relating to the software. Coming to the independent testing group, ITG, these people are involved in an organization to find the defects. It is implemented as a completely separate functional entity in the organization. The quality of the software assurance group may hold the tester as their members. Also, tester may be specialized part in the development group. If the tester are there in any group, their job is to do something. Tester should not play gotcha games with the developers. There should be a cooperations in the group. The only a software with highest quality will be produced. Now, principle 8. Test must be repeatable and reusable. This principle require keeping the exact conditions of the test, any special events occurred, equipment used, careful accounting of the results. This set of informations will not be useful to the developers at the time of returning a code for debugging. So they have to make the duplicate test conditions. It must to repeat the test after defect is repaired. The process of doing the testing repeatedly in terms of regression testing. Principle 9. Testing should be planned. Before doing testing, it must provide a plan for it. The test plan should have the objective of testing. This test plan is verified to verify whether enough time and resource are allotted for the testing task or not. So the testing should be properly monitored and managed too. The testing principles, the planning activities are done throughout the software life cycle. Testing planning is accommodated with the testing planning with the project planning too. So the test manager and project manager has to be combinedly work with each other. After the software is developed by the developer in the correct data, the tester can test the software on the particular test. Suppose if the developer does not compile with the work within the specified data, then the tester cannot be test the product on the specified data. The test risk has to be evaluated. Example of test risk are how much delay occurred in a product delivery, when components are hard to test, is there a need to extra coaching for the tester to use the new tools? Based on this organization, the policy and standard, a tester manager may develop a test plan correctly. By careful test planning, it is possible to avoid throwaway test, unproductivity, and unplanned, unpatched retest cycles. So the production and delivery of poor quality software is avoided, and the software with high quality will be delivered with the correct time and budget. Now, principle 10. Testing activities should be integrated into the software lifecycle. In the requirement analysis phase, it must to integrate all the testing activities. Then it should be continued up to all the development activities are completed. Sometimes some testing activity like usability testing is done in the requirement analysis phase. It should be continued until the software is delivered to the customer. Last principle 11. Testing is a creative and challenging task. The challenges for the testers are: number one, it must hold the appropriate and necessary knowledge for the tester in order to do the test. Number two, from the experience or through the education, a tester may have the knowledge about how the software is specified, how it is designed, how it was developed. The third challenge, when more number of details are given, it must manage the details for a tester. The tester should know about what type of fault may come, where it may come. Fifth one, in some cases, the tester should have test hypothesis. Based on the hypothesis, he or she should prove whether it is false, true or false. Before testing, a tester should understand what has to be done. Before testing, test case are prepared. The test case should process the type of inputs to be given and also expected output. This will be very helpful in case of finding the faults. The next one, the test procedure should be designed and recorded by the tester. After doing the testing, the tester should collect the results as reports. By the help of test results, tester analyzes the success or failure to the test. A test should have a knowledge about using to test tools and also information about new tools in advance. A tester should be educated and also trained person in the particular area. The last challenge, a tester should have the cooperate with requirement engineers, designers, developers. A test should be a good relationship with the clients as well as the user. Thank you. That's all about the 11 principles of the software testing. Thank you once again.